Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. In this video, we're gonna add the Bravo Studio tags to our design, and after that, we're gonna connect it to Bravo Studio in order to retrieve some data from Airtable. But before explaining about Airtable, let's add those tags to our components here in order to make them recognizable by Bravo Studio. For our launch screen, as I've mentioned before, it's not gonna show up in the Bravo Vision app. However, we should specify it by its specific tag. So if you open up the Bravo Tags webpage from their website, you can see that we have a splash screen right over there, okay? So I'm gonna select this tag, Command C or Control C. Let me remove its name and paste it here, and it's done. Then we need to make our menu screen recognizable by Bravo Studio. So we need another tag. For a slide menu, we can use this tag, okay? Menu, slide. So let's select it, Command C, and here I'm gonna rename it to the tag name. There we go. And after that, we can connect our screens, okay? So for instance, here we have the products. So let's click on the prototype tab like this. And as you can see, a circle appears immediately. So I'm gonna click on that, hold and drop it here. There we go. And now the submenu is connected to products. And also we have promotions and website. However, we didn't design these two screens yet. So for now, let's leave them as they are. But for the support, I'm gonna add a specific tag for calling a number. So I'm gonna scroll down and there we go. We have open phone dialog. So let's select this. As you can see, it's an action. All right. And after its name, I'm gonna paste it. You can change this phone number to whatever you want. Pretty good. And then we need to connect this hamburger menu icon to our menu, okay? So let's select this icon and drag and drop it like this and vice versa. So I'm gonna select this menu screen. Remember, we need to connect the whole screen. There we go, drag and drop it, pretty good. And one important thing we need to change is the starting point of our screens. So as you can see now, the starting point is the menu screen, which is not what we want. So let's drag and drop this square icon right over there. So now this products page is our first screen. And after that, we need to connect our product card to our detail page. So let's connect it like this. Pretty good. We need to also connect this left arrow to our product screen. All right. And now we need to add some tags for this play button and this share icon. Let's select this play button. I'm going to click on design. And from the tags page, I'm gonna look for open video, okay? Remember that you have different kinds of videos. You have video, which is this one. It's an audio-less video that autoplays when a user is on the app screen, okay? But whenever you want to play a video with audio, you can use this tag. So I'm gonna select it and let's paste it after the name of this button. And here you can add any link. So I'm gonna paste a link here from YouTube. There we go. And that's all. For the share icon, let's go to the Bravo tags page. And here you have open share dialog. So let's select that, copy it and paste it after the name of this icon. And here you can add any URL you want. It could be your website, your client's website, whatever you want. All right, so what else? In this products page, we have a card component here, okay? However, we need to add some tags. For instance, here we have two different containers. For the first one, let's select the product's title. Let's add brackets, and between those brackets, I'm gonna add container. Check the spelling, it's so important. And let me copy it. And I'm gonna paste it for this product card as well, because this is our second container. Here I'm gonna add an asterisk for our product card because later on when we are connecting our design to Bravo Studio, it's much easier to recognize these elements with these asterisks. And then I'm gonna add an asterisk for our price, for the short description, and lastly for our name text layer. All right, and in the detail page, we need to have a large frame, okay, which includes all our elements. So let's select our frame tool and I'm gonna drag and drop like this. I'm gonna name it frame, and inside brackets, let's write container. And then I'm gonna add an asterisk before our text layer's name here, and for the price as well. And here, let's call it description. Fantastic. Now I'm going to add another tag to this description, which is called Flexo. So what is the Flexo tag? If you head over to the Bravo tags, I can show you the exact explanation. There we go. So whenever you use the Flexo tag, it's going to make your text box expand down to fit the content connected via API. Okay? But you should keep in mind that the text box must be the bottommost element of the container. Like our design, there is nothing after it. Okay, so let's add a tag to it, Flexo. So now it's gonna grow vertically, no matter how long our text is. All right, and the next thing we need to change is the name of our image. So let me write image, and that's all. All right, now let's click on this share icon, copy link. Let's go to Bravo Studio. I'm gonna import from Figma. Paste it here. All right, as you can see, we've got a warning here to fix, but it's not a problem. So we will check out our app, and if there is something wrong, we will come back and fix it. All right, so now our design is connected to Bravo Studio, and it's time to create our data library, okay? But this time, instead of pulling some public data, we're gonna create our own database, okay? It's gonna be so simple. Believe me. Now what I want you to do is opening up the Airtable website. So Airtable is basically a spreadsheet, okay? However, it's more flexible and it's gonna let you create your own database based on your data. So you can use it for free. Make sure to sign up here. But for now, because I've already signed up, so I'm gonna sign in. All right, there we go. Now we are in our Airtable dashboard, okay? And there are so many features you can use. However, for this tutorial, we're gonna focus on creating a simple database, okay? So let's click on this plus icon, which is called Add a Base. Start with a template. And here we have some templates, okay? Let's choose the product catalog. Use template. There we go. Here it is. I'm gonna open it up. All right. Here we have a list of products with an image, with a price, with a description, as you can see here, and plenty of other data. So what we are going to do is pulling these data into our Bravo Studio and binding them with our design, okay? Like in our previous projects, we are going to send an API request for that. However, this time we are not going to send a public API request. We are going to send a private API request, okay? So let's go to help, API documentation. All right, and now let's go to the authentication section. There we go. Let's select this URL, which is your unique API, till here, right before the question mark. I'm gonna copy it, and let's go to Bravo Studio, and I'm gonna create a new data library. Click on new collection, and I'm gonna write Airtable 2, again Airtable 2, save it. And here I'm going to create a new request. Let's change its name to product list, because our first request is going to pull some data for our products page, okay? For our detail page, we will create a new request later on. So let's paste that URL here. Pretty good. But this time, because this is a private API, we need to add a key value here, which is kind of like username and password, okay? For this API. So what you need to do is to go to your account setting, and here under the API section, you can generate an API key, okay? All right, so this is your key. However, let's go to this page. So let's copy this authorization word, go to Bravo Studio and paste it for the key. And I'm gonna copy and paste this part as well for the value. Fantastic. However, you need to change this part with your unique key from here. I'm gonna copy it and paste it here, and that's all. Now let's send our request. There we go, we've got some responses. So what do we need? We need our data records. So let's select that. We need all of them, so let's choose all from the drop menu. We need also the data records ID because we are gonna connect our products page with our detail page, okay? So each product has its unique ID. We need that as well. We also need the URL of each image. So let's check that checkbox. Then we need the unit cost, which is the price, the name, and the description, and that's all. As you can see, it's automatically saved, so you don't need to do anything else. Now let's go to projects, open up our Design Plus new project, and let's choose our products screen. Here from this drop menu, I'm gonna choose Airtable 2, and from request, we have only one product list. Let's add content. First of all, we need to add our product card because it's gonna be repeating. So let's select that. And now let's choose records and then click on this plus icon and let's add our name, short description, price, and our image, okay? So here let's select the correct data for our image. It's gonna be the field's image URL. The price is going to be the unit cost. The short description is going to be this one. And the name is gonna be this one. Fantastic. Now we can actually go ahead and preview our app. So I'm gonna open up the Bravo Vision app on my phone. And whenever you want to test a new app or you want to quit your previous app on Bravo Vision, you can shake your phone. All right, preview an app. And there we go. As you can see, we have our products with all the details. However, the descriptions are the same because in our database, if you see here, you can see that all descriptions are the same. So you can go ahead and change them if you want. And remember, if you make a change here, your app is gonna change automatically in real time. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? So let's check it out. For instance, I'm gonna go ahead and change this name. Madrid chair. Let's change it to Madrid, okay? Now, let's shake my phone and press manual update. Let me scroll down. There we go. We have Madrid. Pretty good. Let's check out our slide menu as well. And as you can see, it works perfectly. It's amazing, isn't it? But what's gonna happen if I tap one of these products? So let's choose this one. And as you can see, because we didn't make a request for our detail page and we didn't bind any data with our elements, it doesn't show us correct data. However, all other things work perfectly. So let's check our share icon. There we go. It works perfectly. All right, so now let's go ahead and create a request for our detail page. So in data library, I'm gonna open up the Airtable 2 and let's create another request. And let's change its name to detail page. And this time we need to copy the same URL here, but this time we need to add something after this furniture word, okay? Let's add a /, a $sign, 2 curly brackets, and inside that, let's write ID. So what does it mean? It means that we are sending a request in order to get products with their unique IDs. If you remember, we've selected the record ID as well here in order to connect it to our detail page, okay? So here we need to get a specific ID as well. For the header, we need the same thing. I'm gonna copy and paste them here. All right, and one more thing left to go. Let's go to the product list. And here I'm gonna select the selected outputs. And as you can see, we have a data record, okay? And this is our value. So let's select that. I'm gonna copy it. Let's go to the detail page. And in the parameter, let's write ID here. Remember that it should not be capitalized. And for the value, I'm gonna paste the text that we just copied. Pretty good. And now let's send our request. There we go. We've got our responses. And this time we need the data ID. We need the images URL. We need the unit cost, the name, description, and that's all. Okay. Now let's go back to our projects. And I'm gonna select the detail screen here. From the collections, I'm gonna select Airtable 2. And here now we have 2 requests. Let's select the detail page and add content. Here let's add our image, our price, our description, and our name. Pretty good. And now let's bind them with our data. So the name should be connected to the field's name. The description is connected to field's description already. And the price should be connected to the field's unit cost. And the image to images URL. Alright, and now let's select these selected outputs in our detail page request. And here, as you can see, we have the ID label. However, it is capitalized. So let's change it to ID. Alright, so now let's go to our product list request and select the selected outputs. And here we have data records ID, okay? We need to change its label to ID, but remember that it shouldn't be capitalized, okay? It's so important. Now let's go back to our project and I'm gonna open up the Bravo Vision app. Let's shake the phone and press manual update. And I'm gonna tap on one of these cards. There we go. Now it works perfectly. I'm gonna select the Madrid. As you can see, everything is fine. It's amazing, isn't it? Let me open up the menu. And if I press support, you can see that a call action pops up immediately. Pretty good. Alright, now as you can see, whenever we update our Airtable database, okay, here, we need to update the app manually, okay? There is no way to update it right in the app. So we are gonna fix that problem in a second. Let's go to our Figma, and here we are gonna add a new tag. I'm gonna go to Bravo tags page, and I'm gonna show you a new amazing tag, which is pull to refresh. Let's double click on that, copy it, and I'm gonna paste it here instead of the product's name, like this. Now we've just added the pull to refresh functionality to our app. So whenever we add a new product here or we remove that and the user refreshes the page here, the user can see the changes that we made immediately. It's pretty awesome. We can also add it to this page as well. Pretty good. Let's keep those names right before these tags in order to keep everything organized. So I'm gonna add products here and detail right here. Okay, so let's check out our app once again. However, before that, we need to press update here. Alright, now if I pull down, you can see the loading indicator, which indicates that this page is refreshing. Pretty awesome. Also in our detail page, the same thing happens. Alright guys, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. So see you then.